Ladies and gentlemen, a new update just got rolled to Skyblock that actually includes some pretty major changes. My name is Derailious, welcome back to Skyblock News, and let's launch right into it. Starting off, let's take a look at the elephant in the room, and the elephant is certainly Skyblock leveling. If I click on it, you can see things look a little bit different, and by a little bit, I mean a lot. The most prominent thing is that your prefix color is actually different, and this is different for pretty much everybody. They did this for possibly two reasons. One is probably to separate the actual progression system from the progression system of leveling, getting all, divine in terms of maybe your level, getting the divine level, which was around 280, doesn't necessarily mean you have all divine gear, obviously. The gear system doesn't really work like that, and I think the admins understand that, which is why they wanted to change it. As well, they made it so that it could be future-proofed. Obviously, people are getting really up there in terms of levels, and eventually they're going to need new milestones. So, obviously, that's going to be a thing. If you look up above where it shows your next milestone level, you can see your level, the next one, and a bunch of information after that. And it actually shows you the rewards for getting all those levels, which I think is really, really cool. As you can see, if I click on 280, I get the blue level prefix that actually shows you it, the +1 strength that you normally get, and 5 health, which is really, really cool. As you can see, in terms of ways to level up, pretty much everything here is the same. Some numbers might have been, changed around a little bit. I noticed that I was around level 267 when I logged in, and that is a little higher than I was previously, so yeah, that is definitely a thing. Going back to the main Skyblock leveling menu, the Skyblock guide is pretty much exactly the same. There are basically no changes here. And if I look at leveling rewards, this is where things get a little bit interesting. There's actually a new accessory called the Book of Progression. If I claim it, you can see that it immediately upgrades to Epic tier. And if I right click it, there's actually 3 modifiers that I can select. Either healing plus 2.7% the amount that I was going to get healed, taking 2.7% less of the incoming damage, or dealing 2.7% more damage. This is very, very interesting and is the basis of a system that I think they want to implement called the Combat Masteries, basically skills in the main part of the game. I really like this. People will probably figure out which one's the best at whatever level you are, and I think you just go with whatever people say. In my opinion, the damage might be nice, or the damage reduction might be nice. Taking or healing 2.7% more health every time you get hit, I think that one's kind of mediocre. Maybe I'm wrong and it ends up being the best one, but either of these two seem really, really solid. Moving on to the last major feature associated with Skyblock leveling, we have emblems, and they're actually really, really cool. There are multiple ways to get these, notably with achievements, slayers, leveling, catacombs, and skills, and honestly they look really, really nice. How it works is it's something that goes right before your name when you talk in chat, or on the tab list. If I select Mining Master, for instance, and I look at the tab menu, you can see that it becomes a little pickaxe next to my name. Really cool stuff, and I actually really like this feature. You can get stuff for pretty much everything in this game. Golden Mining Helix for Heart of the Mountain, you can get 100 museum donations, gets you a collecting top hat, and a snowman is for 500 gifts given. A lot of these are kind of interesting, and some of them actually showcased some of the best achievements you can get in Skyblock, so leveling up to tier 9 of any slayer, or potentially getting to Cata 50. Pretty much everything in this game is showcased here, and I really do like it. I think this is going to give a lot of people a way to express themselves in a better way. Also, as you can see here, there's ones for every 20 levels you get, kind of showing you part of the things that you're doing at the time. Pristine for level 40 because maybe you're getting into mining at that point, and some other ones I thought were pretty interesting like Soulflow for people getting into E-Man at that point. I think this is pretty nice, good system overall, and obviously it goes all the way up to level 500, which seems to be the new cap, with the golden fleur-de-lis. Moving right along, the /show feature from Alpha still currently works, but the problem is I can't use a booster cookie because they are currently bugged out. Effectively, they work the exact same as you would expect it to on Alpha. You're able to view a menu, and they also added some keywords to show like your head, your equipment pieces, or maybe your armor or something like that. I think it's a really good feature. It's not the most major thing in the world, but hey, it'll give people the ability to showcase their items in chat, and I think that's always a good thing. This update's really seeming to be about expressing yourself in different ways, and they definitely did a good job of that. Moving on to more minor things, we have things like, for example, a metric ton of bug fixes and the new view stash system, basically allowing you to sell your stashes whenever you want to. I think this is really good stuff, really like to see it. I personally can't show it off right now because I A, don't have a booster cookie, and B, also don't have anything in my stash, so that kinda sucks. I'll show a picture on screen now. Now, the interesting thing about this update is it seems to be very focused on allowing the player more abilities to showcase themselves, to showcase their items, to showcase their weaponry, or to even showcase the things they've done in Skyblock, and I really do like this. I think this is a great feature for the game. On top of this, with all the new bug fixes and stuff like that, I figure the game will be a little bit smoother, although currently they are having some issues with booster cookies, so be careful. Lastly, I didn't see anything in the patch notes about the dungeon features that were on alpha, notably auto requeue or things like that. I don't know if that's actually out yet or if they're still working on it. I'll get back to you on that, maybe make a comment or something. Overall, in my opinion, this definitely is one of the best mid-sized updates that we've gotten in Hypixel Skyblock in a very long time. The ability for players to express themselves is what really draws people to this game, and I'm really glad that they're working more on those features. Not to mention, we got some improvements to the leveling system, which always needs some extra help, and on top of this, we got a basis for the mastery system coming soon to Skyblock, hopefully. I'm really excited about this update. I hope you get on and test it out, and at the end of the day, my name is Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and look to the future, fellas, because I will see you then.